Guys, the second roadmap has hit. Yes, we remember Chapter 5. We had an early roadmap where people thought was fake. I thought was fake. Oh, well, I didn't think it was fake. I was going to leave it at least until we had the Billie Eilish, I think, event, and then the season afterwards. And I went, okay, this is real. We follow it. Today, we might have had that second roadmap in a form of leakers bickering on Twitter, because that's what happened. So the timeline is a little bit scattered because we're having to go off of Twitter. Oh yeah, you might want to strap in, guys. And obviously, warning, this is a leak for possible Chapter 6 Season 3, Chapter 6 Season 4, Chapter 6 Mini Season 2, Chapter 7 Season 1, and Chapter 7 Season 2. Big leaks. This is actually possibly, this might be early days. This could be worse than the original big roadmap leak, which people say made us less excited for seasons. Like today is quite exciting because it's the day of the possible biggest leak in Fortnite history. But after, in a month's time, we'd be like, well, we know that's going to happen. But yeah, due to two or a couple of leakers bickering, we have had possibly the biggest leak in Fortnite history. So, Blortzen, I don't know if that's how you pronounce the name, sorry if it's not. Breaking upcoming Season 3 POI leaked. Next season we will get a new POI known as Utopia City, and it will be replacing Seaport City. Some extra info, it will have a full custom biome around it, new grass and stuff I don't know, via me and Lulo World. And you're thinking that's good, but I guess the leak community knows quite a bit about what's going to happen in the future of Fortnite, and I think there's an unwritten rule where if it's too far ahead, because I was talking on stream about this, I had a whole nother video planned for just this leak, and I streamed it. I streamed people's opinions, and I was like, should leakers leak? Because that's kind of their job, and most people said yes, up until maybe a month. So that seemed to be like the general senses of my community, which I was like, okay, I can sort of see now. But I don't know, I think some leaker, because of this original one, may have gotten a little bit annoyed, saying I had that information, but I thought it was too early. That's the sort of gist I got. I might be wrong about that. But then FNBI Intel tweeted this, and this is where the shit really hit the fan. The shit really hit the pan. So, enjoy. And he leaked Superhero Academy theme. Midas funds for Superhero Academy. Superman power-up similar to Godzilla, and of course the one we're having this season with the big Star Wars ship. Fortress of Solitude POI. Fortress of Solitude replaces Mass Meadows. Robin skin. Mass Diego Battle Pass skin. Sick, by the way. Diego as the main villain. Sick, by the way, as a storyline, as a previous storyline guy, and very much still love the storyline. 0 Point sprites. And Utopia City replaces Seaport City. I wonder if the 0 Point sprites are the little guys you see on the graffiti by the gaming store, because I did hint at that and people thought I was chatting. But anyway, that is a lot of information, which is, yes, it's still a month away, but you know, this season has only just begun, and of course we've already been told so much about next season. Like, we've literally been given next season on our laps, and that's what we have here. Next season, and people are not happy, of course. I mean, you can see it in the replies below me. What the flip? And question marks, because this really overstepped the mark in terms of what I think a leaker should be leaking. In terms of like close to the season, it's fine. Even Fortnite did that this season. You know, the Star Wars season was kind of known, and I don't mind leakers, but when it's Fortnite themselves, I was like, why don't we just wait for the season? No one's leaked Star Wars yet. No, we obviously knew there was a Star Wars season coming. That was the whispers, but we didn't really know what we were going to get. And I guess the surprise of the infinite ammo was kind of cool. But most of the season was sort of shown to us before we even played the game. And I was like, should Fortnite done that? But now, they don't really have a choice anymore, because it seems like we know what's going to happen for the next few seasons. But this was the original leak today, and I did a whole video on it, and obviously I was like, you know, this leaked, and then obviously Blortzen said, oh no, that's not our list, don't worry. So they had more lists. So at that point, he's like, we've got more information. That's not our list. If that's the only list you got, we've got so much more. So that's already tit for tat. So even recording the previous video, I was like, this could get a bit tit for tat. I leak, you leak. And yeah, so people were like not happy with this, saying their opinions, and I looked through people's tweet and people saying they should be gatekeeping, and in some regard it's not really gatekeeping, but then it just all blew up. I was making a video and I actually had this stream open, so I had Josiah's stream open, and even I heard him say this and I just went, oh, that's not real, is it? But if you go here, Lordson says, strong rumour, our second mini-season is The Simpsons. Heard about it by 2 dudes already. Could be real or not, but rumours are already spreading like fire. Do not take this as confirmed. This sounds fake as hell, but it's a strong rumour that other people have been talking about. Even announced on stream. I don't know Jojo Sai's deeper connections with other people. I know he knows a few leakers and other stuff, so yeah.
Wait, there's barely anyone in the stream. There will be a Simpsons season next chapter.
Yo, what?
So I ain't confirming this. This sounds fake as fuck, but I've heard the rumor. Don't take it as confirmed. So even though this may have been a joke, if he's heard the rumor, and then he's like, okay, so at this point we have dominoes, chat. We have dominoes, and one's gone, and apparently the Simpsons are now gone. The Simpsons are coming, apparently. Who knows? So at this point, another domino has hit the fan, and we're about to have another one. The Raging Reaper, and this has apparently happened in the FMBR Leaks Discord as well. So that's just, you know, one person's, you know, tit for tat, couple people bickering has led to seasons worth of content coming out. What a bunch of children. But here we go. Upcoming themes, chapter 7 or a season within it. We have a Norse mythology theme. I think, like chapter 5 and chapter 6, that would sound cool if that was the map's theme. Obviously, this chapter was Japanese mythology in Japan, and then we sort of gone away from that. Obviously, last chapter we stayed very close to the European theme with the Greek season, and when we did have the Marvel season, we had Latveria, which is a European country, make-believe European country. Season 6, chapter 4, will have a bug invasion theme, which is not next season, which should be, but the mini-season means that's season 5, technically. It will be the 5th season of chapter 5, and that will be a bug-themed season, which obviously already gets my head working about some of the survey skins we had with the Mantis logo. Oh, and there was that really, oh my god, if that's that really cool pen, sort of, there was this funny skin with, like, it could have been the ultra-realistic AI they used to upscale the images. Damn it, we need to get the survey skins up. We need to get the survey skins up. Man, this is some crazy leaks, chat. Here we go. This skin. I thought if that's going to be like a pen style, that's going to be really cool. Like, this is like, that could be early concept, and I'm looking too much into it. But you know, most times Fortnite skins either look like that, or if they do go for a different art style, they will be that different art style. So this guy being the art style would have been cool. And of course, since we're here, it's going to be very hard to point out the police uniforms with Mantis and the Spider one as well. Oh, here we go. We've got the MDI Mantis. So this could be a skin for Chapter 6, Season 4. And then we had the other faction as well, which, again, if we see that, will be pretty cool. Unfortunately, I can't see it, but I'm sure if someone will point out, oh, I see it when I'm editing, and then I will show you. But yeah, this is... So obviously it's superhero skins next season. See, this is what happens. You start to, like, clock things together. As you know, as a former storyline guy myself, you know, I can start to clock things together. Does anyone remember my Zane theory? Yeah, so he mentioned that there was an ongoing war, that he just came from a war, and a lot of the things he mentioned was bug related. I need to get back to the Hive. He was like saying his Ultra squad, which obviously the Ultra is obviously the famous flying thing out of Minecraft, but obviously it's just fly rings. So they were talking about fighting something called the... Oh my god, what was it? See, this is what happens. We know everything. The storyline's done, mate. We know everything. We know everything. We know everything. So I knew I was right about this skin. I had a good feeling that this would be relevant, because he is also based off a scarab. So obviously he's a scarab, yeah? And most of his His pickaxe, I think, is a grasshopper. There you go, the rest of my Elder squad. Captain Zane to the Hive. No sign of Akari presence on this world. Still working to return to the front. The tech I'm placing together might be able to get me back. Keep my spot in the canteen wall. And they kind of look like Spy Guardians. Oh my god, chat, and it gets worse. Upcoming live events. Another full-length event will happen in Chapter 6. Likely the final at the end of the Simpsons miniseason. Freaking hell, JoJo. Constance will also return in Chapter 7. Artists unknown. I never wish for leaks to be so fake, but anyway. Yeah, so due to some bickering, my original conclusion was if a leak is going to leak, they need to leak close to when the feature comes out, and that was said by chat as well. I think that's pretty solid. I mean, this was only talking about something that will happen in a month's time, and because of that, it's escalated. It's absolutely escalated to the point that it's caused the leak of the entire chapter, possibly, or at least some themes. Point that we're now in this position where it's just the dominoes, as I said, have started crashing down, and I don't think it's going to stop. It's not going to stop until everything's out at this point. Oh, guys, definitely look away now. You don't want to see a big possible storyline leak. I will add that to this too. That's crazy. So apparently, just Season 2 will be Norse theme. Season 1 will be Gala City Life theme. And obviously, actually, what I just completely said about the Akari presence as well, which I said was mentioned. I said Zane would be important. No one listens to me. They're too busy with the 5 realities. One last thing to mention, the rumour stated that not one of the big 3 factions will return in Chapter 7. Wait, one of the last things mentioned, the rumour stated that one of the big 3 factions will return in Chapter 7. Oh my... That's huge. Alright, so anyway, that's the end of that. Guys, comment down below what you make of this. Is this worse than the roadmap? Because the roadmap only had pictures and you still had a lot to go on. You knew what seasons were coming. Marvel season as well was obviously leaked because of that and stuff like that. So still maybe that might just get past the post as being the worst leak. But this is bad. So yeah, let me know what you think about that. Leave a like, subscribe to the YouTube channel. Until next time, it has been your boy Mr. JOY. Wow. Until next time. Bye bye.